us to open above this 57.18, and it looks like we're going to get that. So I'm very excited to see how market wants to play. I want to see us push lower before we push higher today. I want to find some long positions near this 5700 and target that gap fill. So I want to see us push lower before we hit the gap fill price today. Here's some selling, here's some absorption coming in on the ES. I'm getting an alert on TradingView. AMD crossing into demand right now. So that might be a potential long entry right there. Not right off the bat. We want to make sure we hold it, of course, but we'll be patient. Now we're taking a look at ES charts right here. We can bring up the NASDAQ as well. NASDAQ starting to sell off. So we'll keep an eye on ES to find that weakness too. Looking at NASDAQ, CVD's trying to push red right now. Finding some selling pressure, gonna push negative. Very good. Very good. I want to see us move lower. I do want to see real quickly NASDAQ demand-wise. Good. So because we have a demand zone underneath this demand zone, I'm okay if we break this 30-minute first because I'm still looking for ES to push towards 5,700. So I think ES will push that lower, and we'll see where NASDAQ is on its own demand zones as well. We could mark out that previous low. It's like a sell side liquidity. There it is. And same with this one. It's a pre-market low or sell side liquidity. Good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are all doing well today. Happy Friday. Hope you guys had a great trading week. It is 9:30. It is March 28th. Believe it or not, we do still have one more trading day in March, and then it's April, guys. It's a great month. All right, weighted index pushing lower below its previous day low. So we are bearish right now, guys. Could potentially be looking for some shorts right now, but we will see. Remember those ES reports on the gap fill. ES gap fill. New York, not filled. Gap size was 0.30%. So again, guys, we're really looking to see if we could get that gap fill today. But I want to see if we could get the demand zone first. Very cool. Fun tools, fun tools. Good morning, everybody. YouTube guys, if you're on here, make sure you hit that like and subscribe and join our community at bullishbrs.com. You get pre-market preps with me and Signet every single day. You get some good live streams every morning and afternoons as well, and a great live trading community full of awesome people, in my opinion. What do I know? I'm just here every day with you great people. Barbie, what's going on? Concentrator, what's going on? I love it. That's one of my favorite names. Morning, Boston. Good morning, good morning. Now, still waiting for us to continue lower. I really want to see ES hit that 5,700 level. We could take a look and add, insert column, time and sales. And then we could do minimum size. We could do like, let's say just 2 for now. And even that's moving too quick. So let's say 3. Okay, this gives me a bit of a clearer picture because it moves fast, yes, but it's not moving as fast as something like 1 would move. Good selling pressure here. I almost want to take this short to just try to trade this momentum lower off that 15. But I don't know when we're going to pull back. I don't know if buyers are going to step in here. We even have 57.10 as some passive buyers. So we're just going to wait on this, guys. Really no reason to jump the gun into any trades. Market just opened not even 5 minutes ago. Let's delete this column. Don't need it at the moment. What's going on, Paul? What's up, Mike? Victoria, good morning. There we go. NASDAQ finding some support and demand. This is also another reason I wouldn't take any shorts down here on ES, even though it looks like, oh, we have selling pressure. Well, first off, the CVD was still green. Second, NASDAQ was in a demand zone, a support area. ES wasn't giving us a rejection off of a supply zone or anything. It's just a matter of being patient here. We want to wait till the market tells us something is lining up. We don't want to have to starts to second guess and question the market and everything. Thank you, brother. Yes, all is good over here too. Everything and everybody is hanging in, doing their best. Appreciate you.
Came in late. You went back through multiple time frames and set the supply and demand, and then labeled them so you can see them on all the charts.
Hey, good morning, Ken. I did that in the pre-market, like went through my zones and stuff.
Okay, just confirming. I'm sorry, I came in late.
No, that's okay. What were you asking if I went through the time frame analysis and everything?
Yeah, because I see multiple time zones with times listed on them.
Yup. Yeah, I did. So like this is a 15-minute supply zone. The 30-minute demand zone is down here. And I did do it in the pre-market prep, which was recorded. So if you want, you could go back later and go over it. I did the NASDAQ, the ES, crude oil, and gold. And I also covered a couple stocks as well.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Sorry, just one last question.
Yeah.
I noticed you have things pre-set up for labeling.
Yes.
Can you show me how you did that?
Sure. So if you want to, and guys, this is good because right now market's not really giving us any clear signs. So it's a good learning example. If you use the horizontal ray, you could use, let's say, horizontal ray for like a supply or demand zone, and you click it somewhere. Right now, it doesn't have anything on it. So let's double click it. Let's say hello. Now it says hello. It says it in the middle. You could then change it if you want it on the top or if you want it on the bottom. Like my supply zone, it has it on the top. My demand zone, it has it on the bottom. So they're in the zone. So what you would do is you would then, once you have everything saved the way you like it, you would hit this little template button down here, the little arrow next to it, and you would click Save As. And then it would ask you a template name. Now, for my templates, I have everything saved under for demand zones D, and then whatever time frame it is. That way, it lines up the demand zones by themselves, and the supply zones are all S, and the time zones they are, and then everything else as well: gap, open, orb, and stuff like that.
That's what I was missing, the template. I hadn't used that yet because I do the rest of it. Thank you.
Gotcha. Sure.
Then show him how to apply a template.
What's that?
Show him how to apply a template.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Good call, good call. So let's say you put down a price level and you have your template saved already. You just click the little left whenever you click any tool, this box comes up, right? This little fun looking box with all our settings. You click this first indicator, which is templates, and then you click whichever one you wanted to choose, and that'll apply it for you. So you could change it really quickly.
Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah, that'll also say the attributes of it, like the color, the width of the line. You can apply it to boxes. Anything that you can draw on the screen, you can apply a template to give it whatever characteristics you want and so on. That's a huge time saver.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes charting a breeze. TradingView is a great tool. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys are all doing well. If you guys learned something here on YouTube so far, make sure you guys hit that like button. Let's see. ES trying to hold that support. Definitely didn't want us to hit that gap fill price first. Gap fill is 57.40. 57.40. So we're 10 points away from it, but we really don't have much resistance. We do have some good buying pressure here. But looking at the time frame analysis, I don't really see a demand zone that forms until the 2-hour closes, which is at 10 o'clock, which is also when the 4-hour closes, which is at 10 o'clock, which is also when Michigan consumer sentiment is, which is at 10 o'clock. So very important 10 o'clock candle, 10 o'clock close. We're going to just be patient. Now, not try to jump the gun into anything. It is 9:40 though, so we do have 20 minutes. Crude oil continuing that push lower. I'm going to add another alert here on oil just in case. Gold, same thing, pushing lower. We have our demand zone coming up. We could take a look at gold here and see that we do have some passive buyers on Bookmap.
Kevin, is there a place in the
something that has everything with it. Like you know, it's about 10 o'clock and everything that's happening at 10. There anywhere in the forum that
Not like on TradingView, not that I know of. What I did was I always in the mornings, I'll just click the calendar icon in the bottom right over here. And first I'll check high importance only. That way I know of anything that's definitely going to have an impact on the market. Today was Friday, was core PCE, personal income, stuff of that nature. Then once I'm done with that, I turn off high importance and I just quickly glance to see if there's anything of a two importance or something that I recognize, which would be the Michigan consumer sentiment. So that's how I check the calendar. Real quick, real simple. Just come over here to calendar, turn on high importance. Today's Friday. We have 8:30. Okay. What else do we have? 10 o'clock. All right. That's it. Now I know that 10 o'clock is very sure. Absolutely. And oh, that's a good one too. That's a very good one. There's Forex calendar. There's a lot of options. They even have if you have Edgeful. Economic calendar. Let's see. Now, let's see. Look at that. That passive buyer ended up holding up pretty well on gold. And look at that spike on the CVD down here. That means a lot of aggressive buying was stepping in. And look at that follow through. Market opens. Market's been open. So we're waiting for that 15-minute candle to close. And once we get that 15-minute, we'll have our orb, which is the opening range breakout. So we'll be able to mark the orb high and the orb low. And I'm marking them out right now because 3 minutes, I could always move it a little bit if I have to, but right now we're in the middle of it. I'd like to see us continue lower here and have a breakdown first, and I could check Edgeful real quick and see the orb, New York session. What have we been doing lately? Well, looks more consistent for double breaks, if anything. Double break, breakout, double break, breakdown, breakout. So I would probably think for a double break, if we go by weekday, Friday, I thought it's 84%, 64% chance of a double break, though. Look at that. Buyers trying to step in again here. Last 5 Fridays, past 4 in a row, we've had double breaks. Now, a double break means we break both sides. A breakout would mean we broke the upside and didn't break the downside. A breakdown would mean we broke the downside and didn't break the upside. What's that? Nice. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, we're holding that previous day low pretty well. Definitely no resistance on ES till 57.41, which is above our gap price. But I'm being patient here. I'm definitely wanting to wait for a good entry on this.
once the 15-minute candle forms, you get down to the 5-minute candle to get more tuned in.
Yeah, exactly. So let's take a look at crude too and see that the 15-minute on crude, and we could take a look at crude on the orb as well. Because this way, Edgeful is helpful because it tells me the past like 5 days. I don't have to go back and chart out the past 5 days or journal and remember everything. So let's see. Same.
Work with equity.
Yeah, they have stock. And this is Friday. Past 5 Fridays, we've had 3 breakouts. The last, 3 double breaks, and the last Friday was a breakout. Look at ES pulling back. It looks like it wanted to break out higher, and it stayed range bound. That's why we're being patient for that orb. Forms in 25 seconds, guys. Guys, you just got to be patient. First 15 minutes of the day, even if you could do that. Now, if we were trading into a supply zone in the first 15 minutes of the day, that would be another story. But right now, we aren't in a supply zone. We aren't in a demand zone. We aren't near any key levels. No man's land means no man's trade. So we're waiting for the move that we're looking for. And the trade plan was, and there's our red orb opening range break right here on ES, high 57.31.25, low 57.11.75. We are looking for a breakdown into this demand zone to find some buyers. We see 5710 again, and 5700 was a lot stronger. Look how weaker it is now. Before it was like 400 lots, now it's only 234. So look at this, 468, and then market opened. Let's see, where did it get weak? Right here. Went from 425 to 234. So that level got a bit weaker there. So we're going to be patient. It is still valid. It is still there. 237 is still more than the previous levels, but we're just going to wait. We do have demand at 96, what's that? 56.98, which is right below that key level. So we'll see if buyers want to step in and if the CVD, cumulative volume delta, wants to stay bullish somehow on that pullback. Point of control, also same situation, guys. Point of control is up here. So if we could get some type of fill to the downside on a double break on the orb, target gap fill could even possibly target like 57.60. We could also use edge full to see. Give me 1 second. We could use edge full to see the ADRs. So we could do what's in play, and it'll tell us like potential bull move, potential bear move. Yes. ADR, potential bull move, 57.71. That's way up here. Way up here. 57.71. And so I said within the range of that orb would be crazy. So we'll see. This might be a crazy Friday. We'll have to see how no way. What? I wouldn't say no way. Nothing's impossible. But we'll have to see how the market reacts. We know the market could give us some crazy days. And right now, people are screaming bear again. When people start saying one direction, don't we normally go the other? All right, let's see. We could also take a look at the NASDAQ and see where the NAS is on the orb as well. Let's take a quick look and see how NASDAQ's orb formed. So it's 9:30 candle on the 15-minute time frame. Orb, ORB, opening range breakout high, opening range breakout low. And yeah, we'll have to see how we trade out of this. Want to see if we could sweep the downside one more time. We could take a look at the weighted index too and see the weighted index is trying to push bullish. Take a look at equities. Look at Apple's trying to push into supply right now. It hasn't broken its previous day high though, which is right above the supply zone. And same with Meta is still trying to push lower.
Done for the day on my Boston account, now on paper.
Hey, good job, man. Take some scalps on NASDAQ.
There's a chop there. Favorite entries are the shooting stars and
Cool, dude. Good stuff.
But it's different for me because I'm on trading on range bars.
Oh yeah, you went to range bars?
Like random.
Yeah, random rubbing off on you. Hey, oh, wait.
Once I started, once I have an open mind out, I want to say that I want to be open minded. So I checked it out and it's changed my trading.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's very profitable right now.
Dude, that's really great. Dude, random, look at you, man. Making it in.
Range bars. Boom.
Good boy.
What are range bars good for?
Range bars. Random, do you want to explain it? What they're good for, how they work?
Range bars just so if you look at how Kevin trades, I do the same. I just use range bars for support resistance, and what they're good for is, I guess, finding more consistent scalp positions If you were going to use it for a bigger move, you'd have to have a much bigger account because let's put that in perspective. Scalping, he's winning because range bars give you little 20 to 30 point moves. So let's say your invalidation would be 10 points. Seems high, but you're going to win more than you lose on scalp. On a higher range bars, in order to be profitable, I'll give you an example. 1000 R or 1000 range is 250 points. So if you meet a validation on range at 250 points, that's a pretty big stop loss. It's like you can have 125 point stop loss, right? So it's mostly for scalp, I would say, or for intraday trades. 50 points, that kind of thing. 50 points and under, 75 points and under, that kind of thing.
And you use the 80 range?
So range, you have to get used to it. The range isn't like that. So let's say for most of my trading career, 40 range to 80 range was NQ. Now there's times where it's so liquid that it's 200 to 400, which is nuts. As far as to catch like really good moves, right now it's slower, so I'm back to 80 range. But yeah, like the last month when we had that 2,000 point drop or 3,000 point drop,
yeah,
you had to move up market. Like you had to have a concise view of the market. You had to look at 200 or 400 range to get your bearings and then move down from there. So I lived on the 120 to 160 for like almost a month. Now I'm back to the 80, 60 and 80 just because it's slower right now. So range is very much like if it's moving, it's going to make it concise for support resistance. There's no difference in how I trade than Kevin as far as support resistance and order blocks. And when it breaks the order block, using that break of that structure as resistance or a counter trade, like a short, right? Yeah, I guess I could like go over it sometime. If anybody wanted to see what range does, but I went over it with Ricardo and a few other people, and they seem to like it.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
It also displays movements without considering time, and it also
Exactly.
focuses on price action and volatility, which can help identify trends and patterns more clearly. That's all I use it for.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. That's a great way to explain it too. It what was it? One more time, Ricardo. That was great. How it displays range instead of time.
Yeah. So it displays price movements
Mm-hmm.
without considering the time.
Right, almost like a tick chart, but not so much a tick chart, because tick chart's transactional. That's a range chart, so this is different but same. It has because it has nothing to do with time. It has to do with a different concept, which in this case is range. Very cool, man.
So like Renko or
Yeah.
well, Renko, people don't understand Renko, but like through Renko you have to pay for it. It's like the Renko that you get on TradingView is not accurate, right? On TradingView, you let's say you're on the minute, let's say you're on the minute, and you're using a certain block size. The problem with that is it can travel like infinite and then come back and create one Renko. Range cannot do that. If it goes in one direction, let's say it's 80 range, so 80 range is $20. So let's say it opens up, it goes up $10, and then goes down goes down to zero and then $10. You create another range bar to the downside. Renko does not do that. It does it over a period of a minute. You have to pay a lot of money for Renko in order to have it as even close to as accurate as range. All right.
Cool, man. Thank you for always sharing, for going over that. I've been saying I'll try to get together with you and go over the range, and I'll probably make a video, like a comparison video. ES on the 5 minute versus range on this range, or what is the range candle, or what is a range trading, or whatever the case may be. Probably a range, what are range candles?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right, ES just had its breakdown on the orb. So still looking for continuation here. Crude oil came close to its demand zone, but it didn't hit it. Looking for ES to continue lower here. Take a look at NASDAQ on the book map too. But NASDAQ is in a demand zone, so very hard to try to just take it short. But looking at the selling pressure, it looks like we do want to dive for another like 9 points or so. So like that 5,700 level. Let's see, do we have any low volume shelves? Not really. So again, is looking good for continuation lower. Weighted index is dropping. Look at guys, Apple rejected that supply zone we had. That would have been a pretty nice Apple short position. B puts, Apple puts. All right, let's see ES if we want to get an entry near 5710. Or we'll see how the 5 wants to close and see if it creates a fair value gap right here if within the orb. And look for that to be the entry. But we will see. We see some support starting to build up here, so don't be careful on any shorts down here.
Oh, wait.
What's up, Jeremy?
Oh, man. I think this is about to get exciting in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Too early on that.
We got Michigan consumer sentiment coming up soon. We wanted to see if we could come into this original trade plan. Was this demand zone long to target 57? Well, we wanted gap fill at 5730, 5740. And then we also wanted 5770 for potential ADR bull move.
Caught that bounce.
Nice. You look, ES making new low day, NASDAQ not making new low day right now. We have 2.5 minutes left till that 10 o'clock candle, which you mentioned is very important.
I think it could sweep edge to edge in the LZ here. I just don't want to chase it. As tempting as it may be.
Now gold also created, looking on the 15-minute time frame here, our basing candle, and then our impulse move. So we would look for the next 15 to continue, which would mean when that 10 o'clock opens, we're looking for continuation on something like gold. Now let's see. So what I would like to see, if we can see it, is a possible retest of this 3111. And we could take a look at gold on bookmap, see if there are any volume shelves or anything missing down there. 3111. We do have a bit of a low volume shelf right here, 3111.15, which is right, look at that, 3111.40. So that lines up. I would like to see that as an area for longs on gold, but of course this will all depend on how we react off of the what's it called? Off of the news. So let's see. We'll wait. Yep. What'd you say?
No, I got out of that stuff on the little profit there. So I turned it around.
Nice. The
I was asking where the gap was.
Yep, getting to that. Rob, the gap is 5740.50. So the gap is the New York session close to the New York session open. So it is from right now we're on the 5-minute candle, so it would be the 355 close. So it's 5740.50, and it's to the upside on ES.
Did the orb break?
The orb broke to the downside so far, and what we were looking for was a downside break first, followed by a reversal in demand to target the upside break and the gap fill. Now we opened above, and we opened with a gap size of 0.3%, which means we have a 70% chance of filling the gap. So that's why I was looking for a gap fill bull move today. Buy size and bullish, bias bullish, not filled, size 0.30. And there it is. Let's see.
That's gotta be a trap.
Look at that, right off demand.
Yeah. What was it, PMI?
Nope, it's consumer sentiment. Michigan consumer sentiment.
Yeah.
Damn, man. I should add a limit order out there. Dude, is it Friday? Okay.
Caught that. Nice work, man.
Nice.
I wasn't fast enough to catch that sweep. That was like a 1,000-point move. I mean, a 1,000-point profit. That's crazy.
Dude, good stuff. And I'm waiting for a retest near this 5701 maybe, or 5702 area for a long. Or if it could retest a man, that would be great. It really only gave us one quick entry off that. There we go, some selling pressure. We're going to wait, see if we find any support.
Are you still trying to go long?
Yeah. Gotta wait and see. Wait and see if we test the supply zone, demand zone one more time. Some absorption there. I'm gonna try one right there. So I'm in one contract at the moment. And I'll keep it stop loss at the recent candle low. So stop loss is right here. Filled me over here. Nice reaction so far, but we're just gonna wait. I'm not gonna add to it. This was a starter position. I just want to see if we could continue. If we continue on the 5-minute and get back within that orb, then I'll add. But right now, I would much rather see if it maybe stops me out and I'm able to re-enter in demand again. But right now, we are creating some support. We got a very fast reaction. Let's check the volume footprint real quick. Make sure our point of control is up here. Good. But got to watch that point of control, guys. It's the black level, the 3.65 level. Retesting near my entry right now. We have 240 left on the 5-minute to close. And guys, that could close bullish, that could close bearish. Just got to be a little patient here. Know how much you're risking if you're taking a trade. Know where your stop loss is before you enter the trade. And know your trade plans. I like that the point of control is remaining up here. There's heavy volume up here. That's a good sign. We want to see NASDAQ as well find some support too. Great. 15-minute time frame did just open as well. Oh, there we go. Some buyers stepping in. Nice. We have, let's see. Yeah, 15 looks okay. 30-minute. All right. All right. How did the 2-hour close? 2-hour closed bearish, though. So did the 4-hour, but we'll see. Nice. There we go, guys. Beautiful. Beautiful. Gotta see that weighted index is still a little weak, though. A little bit of a red flag on that. But we'll keep an eye on this, see if we could flip bullish, trap a bunch of shorts. Point of control is trying to move higher, but struggling. Delta is still negative on this candle. We have 1:26 left. Just gonna wait here and see. Gotta be patient. That's why we don't add at the highs. We don't add anything. We just wait. Wait for this 5 to close even. We still have 1:15 left. Now, other time frames are sort of looking more bearish, so I am considering turning this into a scalp. But I did want to see how we reacted to that 45-minute demand zone. Looking at the hourly, it does sort of look like we're reversing bullish, though, because it's an inverse hanging man candle, where it's small body on the small red body down here, longer upper wick. We would usually break that low and then reverse and continue higher. 2-hour time frame, though, closed bear. 3-hour, 4-hour, all closed a bit more bearish. 6-hour doesn't close for 2 hours, and we don't. I don't know, we'll see. 15-minute closes in 10 minutes too. 30-minute closes in 25 minutes. I don't see a real reversal happening here. So I'm just going to be a little careful with this trade. but we might stall out first.
What? But we're just about to a point on the wedge.
5 minutes about to close. Nope, not 1 minute, 5 minute. Yeah, I think if we don't continue here, we're gonna end up stalling out for a little bit, and then we'll end up finding a rally. But I'd like to see buyers step in. Right now, sellers are here. We see the weighted index is even pushing lower. Apple did try to push higher through its demand zone, but Meta pushing lower, new low a day. Microsoft's and Nvidia also, these are also pushing lower. It's a good chance I stop out of this for a very small loss because it's just not even worth the hold. Would much rather maybe look for a re-entry. Thinking maybe stop out like 57.98. We'll see. And if we stop out there, we just look for a re-entry off demand again. In fact, let's see. Where's NASDAQ bookmap? Yes, bookmap. One trade made profit, small goals. Good job, Kev. I like these buyers down here, so I'm thinking I'm gonna stop out here and then look for a re-entry inside this demand zone. So I'm stopped out. I do want to look for a re-entry. I said I want to see ES in this demand zone while NASDAQ hit that 4-hour demand zone. So let's see if we want to break that low again here. Nice. There we go. There's NASDAQ demand. Weighted index is selling off, though. VIX is pushing higher. A lot of selling pressure. Be careful here, guys. Apple rejecting supply again. A lot of sellers. Pretty clear on the selling right now. So I'm just going to be patient on this. Wait and see. Random on that range. Yes, sir. 19789 is your target. 789. Oh, you got it. You just hit it. Nice.
That's an elk joke. Why is 6 afraid of 7?
Yeah, I know. It's funny.
They call me the paper boy. There you go.
I'm going to try one more entry here. We're going to be a little careful because sellers are very present in the market.
You know, we could do a parody song. They got that crack that soldier boy thing. Just do the paper boy. Crack that paper boy. Come on now.
All right. Really need to see NASDAQ clear above 19,800. Damn, sellers stepping in like crazy. I might just scalp NAS short. It's funny, whenever we're in a bear market, I do better scalping NASDAQ short because that thing just, woo, that's why.
This is where I'm watching this big reverses for a year. And before we could see it, it was like measure move target 19,750.
Nice.
Couldn't say about that.
You're a scalper.
Yep.
Nah, I didn't catch this one yet. I'll always be real. I didn't catch this one yet. I'm still not that. It's like I'm not that what's the word? I'm not that convinced just yet. That no, I guess I'm pretty convinced.
The LZ is not too far from here, so we got the low from the 21st.
Let's see. Gold looking like it does want to try that continuation. We could take a look at gold on bookmap right here. Gold, pretty strong level. Pretty strong volume level right there. Let's see. So let's take a look at NAS on the 5 here. 5-minute close, 7 seconds. We'll see what we could get at this point.
It's time for a game of high-low mid.
I think we continue to 700.
Yeah, I think you're right. 720 is the next MM.
Nice. Let's see. I'd like a pullback first. Yo, if we could pull back to like 805, that'd be great, but I don't know if we will. Because I like to try to enter the shorts in areas of lower volume, like up here, 770 maybe. Nah, there's that selling. Might just continue. We'll see. See, yup.
Breaking the bear flag right there. 720.
Nice. Let's see. Let's see. Huge sellers on NAS.
There might be some buyers at 720, so be cautious there.
Microsoft new low a day. NAS is going to drop. Let's see. Yup. Oof. Nice. Nice. Let's see. Give us a pullback, NASDAQ. You know you like your crazy pullbacks. Let's stop hunt anybody chasing. There we go.
I was saying we could see a trend day today. It's set up
Bless you.
Let me get my other chart out. Hold on.
Damn, Gina. This thing keeps going. VIX pushing higher. Bearish sentiment.
Delete that. Line that up.
I should have paid more attention to us being below that previous day low. That would have kept me bearish. You live and you learn. You got to take every day for a lesson. Whether you're green or not. Every day we try to get 1% better. You got 1 year in the market, 1 day in the market, 10 years in the market, 40 years in the market. Oh my goodness, NASDAQ. God damn, man.
Here, let me get my map up here. There you go. 1 MM right to the LZ.
Yup. Nice.
700.
Yup, that's 700. I hit the 700.
I'm saying there might be some attempted buyers at 720. They might spring a half back for a quick pullback to 745, and then we'll continue dropping likely.
Let's see. ES bookmap and Q bookmap. Yeah, bears are looking good. Crude oil just hit demand. No levels to the upside. Point of control is higher. Look at them sellers, man. They said, hold up, we forgot something at last week's price.
Right.
Next.
Let's revisit this.
Yo, give us a pullback. Give us an entry. Let's see.
That might have been the last LG. Short for liquidity grab.
If you have to explain it, wouldn't it just be shorter to say liquidity grab? I'm just kidding.
It's more funner. I have to say it with the worst grammar possible. That way I can make an impact with my point.
No more downside targets on Bookmap on NASDAQ. But no upside targets either.
They're just about whipped 700.
We're going to keep going. Weighted index is screaming that we're going to keep going. The 15-minute just closed super bearish on that too. 30-minute. That's funny. I was saying in the bullish on the buy side, I was saying it didn't look like we were reversing on any time frames. I hate being right. Some buyers stepping in here at this zone on NAS a little bit.
Where it's covering.
Yeah, right. 100%.
It doesn't look much like new money chasing it yet.
Nope. No, we would have felt that.
BTFD crowd's sleeping until you see it hit like 660 or 650 or so.
We got ES 5675, 5675. Another demand zone on the 2-hour down there. Time for NAS to continue. See if we can catch this for a scalp.
Die, Nazi, die!
NAS on the trap there. Let's see.
One of you is going to be a reaction.
We got low volume in the 17, like near 19,730. 19,730, I see.
What a thumb.
Right? Crazy, man. Crazy. Oil also continuing through lower. A lot of bears today, guys. Look at that. Every market except gold. Apple selling off, Microsoft, Nvidia, Tesla, Meta all selling off. Ironclad with his AI picks. Love it. 19600. Dude, I see it. 19600 incoming.
I want that assignment on my MBDX puts. That'd be cool.
Let's see. ES continuing on this, guys. A lot of selling pressure, a lot of momentum to the downside. Very strong volume. Let's check the 30-minute real quick. I want to see how that volume is. Damn, man, that's crazy.
Anybody short GM?
GM or GME?
GM.
Let's see, GM. Let's take a look. Hey, look at this rejection. PRTG from this morning. I said, look for that 1789. Beautiful rejection off of it. Damn, NASDAQ. What just happened there? We're looking at GM.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. Look at that. Look at that GM drop too. Good stuff, man.
I still think they're going to get hurt the most in the tariff stuff for the automotive stuff.
Yeah.
Although Toyota's going to get hurt too.
I think Toyota's gonna be hurt the most because they sort of rely on cheaper cars than like things like BMWs, Mercedes, and stuff. A 25% tariff is really gonna increase their prices.
Hyundai, man. Hyundai and Kia.
Yeah.
They get
Hyundai and Kia are gonna
crazy. Like in Canada, like they get like hundreds of millions in discounts that the Canadian suppliers don't get, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna save money somewhere, somehow, at some point, right?
Still believe that GM is backdooring Chinese cars through Mexico, man. I mean, they're not even trying to hide it.
People are gonna find ways to get cars in without shipping them like that.
GM's not even that big of a deal. Like it's a little tiny. Like Sudbury, Ontario sold a mine. Sudbury, Ontario sold a mine that was defunct. That in Copper Cliff, it doesn't even mean anything in life, and it sold for more than GM's worth. It's global net worth. It sold for more than that, and it's not even operational.
Wow. What was that?
Sudbury, Ontario, like Valet. If you look at Valet SA, they sold off some of their non-performing mines that have been shut down, and so Sudbury's where most of the precious metals come from, right? And GM was worth $20 billion, and it sold for like $21 billion, and it's not operational. If you look at Copper Cliff, it's a ghost town. It's like dead now, and it still sold for like $21 billion. It's like hilarious.
Damn.
Wow. That's crazy. Did you see that company also sold the other day that like hasn't been around for 20 years for like 200 million or something like that?
Yeah, they can rename companies as a result. Like America had some weird thing with to go on the stock market, right? You couldn't open up any new like SEOs or whatever they were, and so you'd buy up these old companies that weren't operational, keep them the same name, operate something different, and then enter the stock market.
Okay.
We're talking to Stefan Rust yesterday, and it's apparent, it's an obvious choice that like companies like Apple would buy their own bank so they can launch stable coins, so they can meet their own microeconomy distribution of things.
This is our criteria here for also scalp up. Ricardo, are you trading this? It broke 701 here.
No, I'm done for the day. I'm just getting ready to go to the gym.
Nice.
I stopped at 680. It has slowed down. Yeah. There's that micro LZ right here. It's like just an edge. I think it'll still sweep it, but it's slow.
Yeah, it's counter trading. Like Friday is the trend, right? But if you're scalping, it's like whatever. Like so, if it's going down, then Friday's gonna go down, and people try to counter trade it up or whatever. But not smart. But like let's say here it broke a level for a scalp, so you could risk. The rules are you can risk a scalp anyway, right?
Nice. Let's see, guys. Let's see. Starting to hold this demand zone, but we're going to be looking for shorts, if anything. Below previous day low. Strong sweeps to the downside.
705 getting swept right now.
Would like to see. I'd like to see this area up here on NASDAQ, like 19,730 to 19,740. 730 to 740. Let's see.
Got sweep 660 first.
Yeah.
LZ is strong today. I can't remember what candle that was attached to. Let's look.
Oh yeah, like for fun, I was just joking around with my friend last night, but he was like, "Oh, where do you think it'd go?" I'm like, "I don't know if it's like temporary bear market. The last time it went down was 17.6% in a month, like the last big one. So 17.6% now would be like 17 or 18 grand or whatever it is, like before the end of the month. So it's like 1,000-point dump today, 1,000-point dump Monday. You know what I mean? Not saying we'll do it, but I'm just saying. Yeah.
It's not impossible.
If we're having fun, if we're having fun, like you could do it because what you do is you just look at the candles that dump like this bad, and the last bad one was 17.6%. So today would be what would today be for 1,000 point? It would be, what is that? That's 18,880 or something like that. Something like that, and then Monday would have to be another 1,000 points to match it or come close.
Here we go. Can we sweep 660, please?
VIX keeps pushing higher. Weighted index pushing lower.
I think a play that I want to make on April 1st is maybe get some VIX puts, because it should be spiked all the way to the moon by then.
Let's see. ES, any low levels of volume on ES? Not till all the way 83 to 86. 83 to 86. So this fair value gap right here, this would be short entry on ES if we were to pull back to it.
Hey, 30-point sweep. Thank you.
Nice.
Done for today. Nice scalp. I'm taking off to the gym, guys. I'm taking my profits with me, and up today.
Awesome, bro. Good stuff, man. Have a good one.
Yes, have a good weekend, everyone, as well.
You too.
Enjoy your cash sandwich. That's putting your money where your mouth is. Sorry, man. I'm just gonna be silly today.
It was 18,966. What?
Damn, look at these drops, guys.
I'm just saying, like, it's possible.
We still got room to run to 60 or 600, 19,600.
600 points. Yeah, I mean, okay, it was a joke. It's a joke, but you know what I mean.
That's real.
Yeah.
Because Ironclad said so.
Dude, it's coming. 19,600 for sure. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, we might hit like 19,500 today. Why not keep selling off? There's been no buyers present. We're at negative 12,000 on the CVD already. Why not? You know, markets have done crazier things.
There's some news I think is being missed on NVIDIA. Is that the UAE just made a major purchase of NVIDIA chips.
Consumer sentiment, let me see. Consumer sentiment sinks to lowest since November 2022 amid worries of economy and inflation. All right, nothing new there. Let's see. Crude, gold. An alert here on gold because look at the 15-minute time frame. We had the basing, we had our impulse, we didn't have the follow through. We also, did we break previous day high? We did break previous day high. Oh, gold did have a contract shift. I'm like, why is everything so thrown off? Open price. Let's see.
Another 20 points. I should have been done with the last one, but
dude, it keeps going. What is this market today? Let's just get VWAP off the chart. That's nuts.
money printer go brrr.
Yeah, right?
There will be some BTFD crew right here around 6:30.
What is it?
BTFD, buy the freaking dip.
Gotcha.
I call them the BTFD crew.
Do they know you're calling them that?
Sick calls them the crash protection team, but
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one. Crash protection team. That's funny because they are protecting us from a crash. That's cool. I like that.
But I'm not so sure the Fed's gonna be pouring into this market right now.
Yeah, big drop on gold here. But remember, guys, when there's inconsistencies, markets, ESNQ selling off, a lot of time gold does well.
The risk comes out of market, goes into gold.
Yep. Just gotta wait here. We are getting some volatility, some strong spikes to the downside on gold right now.
The fun part is not many people
Yeah. Look at these drops on CVD, guys. So weird. So weird. No trades yet. Wanted to see if this 15 could close above this order block, but 2 seconds, 1 second, it did not. Therefore, no trade. We might even sweep this low and then maybe reverse. So we'll see.
And I'm gonna give you like $50 sweeps.
Platinum. Platinum. Platinum's pretty clean. What else? Platinum. My platinum right here.
Nice volatile chart. That's lots of range. Just compared to gold, I'd rather trade platinum than park money in gold. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Gold's a good trade too. Gold's Forex, XAU USD, one of the most heavily traded commodities across the world.
I agree, and it is, but it's also highly manipulated. Central banks try to peg it. They've lost this past couple years, but
Well, I feel like central banks are always trying to peg somebody, but
yeah. Well, I mean, you look at like mid 2000s, like 2010, 2012. You really had the central banks stepping in and doing whatever the hell they could to like short gold and artificially suppress the price as much as they could.
Yeah.
They can't anymore.
Yeah.
They don't have the liquidity to do it anymore.
Right. Okay, guys, I'm taking a look at NASDAQ here. I was going to try to enter a short while this candle was green, but clearly I missed that because I waited 2 seconds. Dude, what a bear market. This thing's going to keep falling, man. There's no reason it doesn't. Apple continuing lower. Microsoft another new low a day. Meta new low a day. Tesla new low a day. Bears, 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 I do adore. CVD dropping even lower. Real strong momentum.
Trap yet, but they're gonna get ready for a trap soon, guys. I can smell it.
A trap to the buy side, a trap to the downside.
Not sure yet. Let me go left here. We still have a key pivot down on QQQ at 467.
Everything's below their previous day lows, which is bearish. Remember, I was looking at that earlier too.
And that's 1.5 mm. Go ahead and measure that real quick here. Make sure.
There's that continuation still.
That pivot's almost dead on with a half mm down from here.
Let's see. Wow, big drops, guys. Big drops.
The chart. Here's QQQ. Throw it in the chat.
There we go. Big drops. Big level of passive buyers down here on on NQ 19600, guys. Here it is, 19600. Let's get the ironclad 19600 called and hit. There's some buyers.
Keep going. You're not done yet.
Let's see. Let's see. Let's go, baby. Keep going. Another new low day on Microsoft. Another new low day on Meta.
It's just flying, but not as hard as it should be.
Yeah. VIX above 20. That's crazy. Going to be above 21 soon.
I mean, we should be seeing 28 by now with this drop, but no tiendo huevos.
check edge full. I think Fridays trend the most on NQs. Typically follow the trend. Let me see. Oh, he dipped out for the day. See you, bro. See you, random. Yeah.
605 is just gonna have to do it. Let's see if we can
100.
have it here.
90-minute demand zone on crude right here, which has been holding up. If we look at 30-minute time frame, we're sort of near the low of our volume average.
A demand zone and a bookmap level at 69.
True. Where you got?
69.2.
69.2.
And I'd be sure.
Wait, 69.2 on ESNQ.
You said you were talking about curve.
Oh, yeah. 60.
Joke.
It's gonna call you oil because you're crude and unrefined.
Oh, jeez.
Come on.
So, guys, what I'd be looking for on crude at this point is I'd want to see how this 5-minute closes. So I want to see if this 5-minute could push green and close above this demand zone. Same with point of control, where point of control is right now. Would want to see point of control remain higher too. And then if we can get that, I'll look for a retest of the demand zone for a long position. Let's see, crude oil did break previous day high. It hasn't broken previous day low yet. Yeah, I think it might be able to reverse here. We'll have to see. We'll let the 15-minute close. It's got 8 minutes left. Yeah, let's see. Yes, NQ continuing lower. It's funny. I was telling myself yesterday, I should just trade the 15-minute time frame.
I was planning to scalp the 600, but now it's looking like 550. Oh.
Yeah, dude. No reason we don't keep going with how indexes are looking, how equities are looking. I guess Apple's starting to base right now. So is AMD. Tesla new low a day. Nvidia low key starting to base out. Meta new low a day. Microsoft's sort of basing out ish. But when I say basing out ish, they're going to pause for a little second. They're not going to keep on running and running. Okay, here we go. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's a scenario?
You're down in a minute.
Rip, what's his name? I forget the other guy. Fife Dog.
Takes me back to middle school, man. Having flashbacks. When that crisscross song was really popular.
Would they make you jump?
Yeah, a lot. My middle school was like broke, dude. They used
Here we
like
go.
a double wide for a dance floor. That song came out, the whole room was just, shaking. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It was like falling over.
Oh, check out gold. Hold up. We'll see how gold closes on this 5-minute. Nice pullback on NASDAQ right there. And same with oil. We want to see how oil closes. Wanted oil to push higher on this 5-minute.
See if they sweep 600 again here.
Oil and gold are the ones I'm looking to take a trade on at the moment. In the next 42 seconds, we'll know. Some resistance up here on NASDAQ. Like I said before, equities were starting to sort of base a little bit, so we could pull back a bit. Gold looking all right. So is crude. Yeah, I'll look for this on gold right here, maybe. 15 seconds for this 5 to close. Check gold. Yeah, gold positive CVD. We'll take a long on gold. 5 seconds on the 15 on the 5 minute. Not the best of closes. Let's check that 15.
See if they short 645 here.
See if it gives me a dip first, and then I'll take a long on gold. Oh, big delta spike on gold. I'm going to try one long there. That's a pretty bad fill, but take it, I guess. There we go. Let's see. Want to see the CVD start spiking green on gold. Ooh. Good gold. I wanted an entry down here. You're just letting me get a better entry. Like, no joke, stop out to re-enter if we could get near this green zone one more time. Drop. CVD is starting to drop. A little bearish. Gonna try that. Got the fill. Got our stop loss, and we have to be patient.
How's that scalp life, man?
Yeah, right? Horrible, dude. I'd rather be day trading. Clearly, I'm a better day trader.
But in some environments, I mean, you just got to be able to adapt.
Oh, yeah. Some environments.
Having those scalper skills sharpened, it's always a bonus, especially at this kind of market.
Yeah.
Gives you a little bit of an edge.
There we go. Some green CVD, some good buying pressure coming in here. I want to see this 15-minute push higher. Really want to see the 15-minute close like somewhere up here. So we're really looking for this 5 to continue in the bull trend right now.
All right, that's the fib sweep. Let's see if they go short here.
There we go. Pretty solid. Pretty solid reaction now.
There's that 645. Thank you.
Nice. Give me a spike. I want to see a spike on the CVD to the buy side with a strong buyer. If I don't see that, I'll probably just get out of one. But give me a spike on the CVD. 2 minutes left. We're getting close to where I wanted the 15 minutes to close too. So we're looking pretty good here to continue higher on gold, which would be crazy of a trade. Nice. There we go. My goodness. Okay. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Coming after you. Nice spike on CVD, trying to push higher. A little bit of a red flag that we didn't push above the previous CVD high, but I like that these buyers stepping in here.
My kids used to laugh so hard at my Scooby impressions.
I bet.
That's the best.
I'm thinking of getting out of one contract. Let's look at the 5 minute real quick. Check where our point of control is. I want to see point of control up here. Good, it is up here. And our VA volume average on this 5 minute is up here too. We have 40 seconds left. Really want to see this continue higher for the last 40 seconds to close green on the 15. If it doesn't, probably stop out of this for little profits or above break even. $25 seconds left. Looking for some support, looking for some buying pressure. 308 point of control holding up here. Want to see volume start to fly. Here we go.
That little purple LZ I have marked down on my QQQ chart is from just over 2 weeks ago on a 5-minute candle.
Nice. All right, we got the 15 to close how I wanted it to. So I'm going to hold this trade, guys. It definitely does look pretty good to the upside. We're going to be patient on it. It is currently 10:45. Entry's way down here. So we got to be careful. Could possibly have been a scalp, but we'll see. Pulling back pretty hard at the moment. Nothing I'm too concerned about. The new 15 just opened. The 30-minute closes in 15 minutes too. Just going to wait here. CVD is still trying to push green and hold green. We are above previous day high on gold too. So looking and feeling a bit more bullish at the moment. So I'm okay to hold this trade. 15-minute closed how I wanted it to. My entry was all the way down here anyways. We're going to hold. Not fold. So I'm told. Stupid. Really need to see buyers step in though. Right now I'm seeing sellers step in each time buyers try. And that's a red flag on these longs. So really need to see some maybe green delta on this buy side over here. But we really need to see ourselves start pushing higher at this point. Look at that. Sellers trying their best to bring us lower here. But we still have 3 minutes left in the 5-minute candle. Wow, coming near my entry. Want to see volume. I want to see us push higher, and I want to see the point of control move higher with us, right? We want to see volume move higher with price. And we did get that 308 point of control up here. Right now, though, we're getting a point of control at a lower price than this recent point of control. So we want to be careful. We want to see price get back up here. Without that, might not look too good. So let's just wait and see. We did have a positive delta on this recent candle, too. On the 15-minute, I think it was a red delta, I would think, because these all in total would be a negative. It was negative 403. So we're just going to wait here and see. Really want to see us move higher, but looks like volume and price is trying to bring us lower. So we're just going to wait right now. Still in these longs. Good morning, good morning. What's that?
I said, there's a song you haven't heard in a while. Little Onyx. Slam. Dun, dun.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a fan of price down here and volume picking up like to the downside. So we're just going to be patient on this. 1:30 left on the 5-minute. Seller stepping in. Seller saying, hey, hey, hey. Yeah, really? We're going to go bearish now? Let's see. Let's do some quick time frame analysis, shall we? I'm holding. I don't know, man. This 15 still looked like it was trying to flip bullish. Unfortunately, this 15 opened and dropped right away. We still have 11 minutes left on this 15-minute candle and a minute left on this 5-minute. So that's sort of what's keeping me in this trade, is that we have some time left on the 15 and the 5, but it's definitely looking more like it's going to be a stop out. Without good volume, without anything lining up or helping us, it's not going anywhere. Price moves off of volume and order flow. So if we're not getting that, we're not going anywhere. If we get some news or some volume or something to step in here. But look at this, though. On the 5-minute candle, this is very low volume on this pullback. So that's sort of good. That's a good sign. There we go. Beautiful. Wow, it just tapped my entry and said, I'm just kidding. I would never Just kidding. We gotta see. We gotta be careful now because now that just gave us a big red flag. That pullback was a bit of a red flag. So let's see how this 5 wants to close. We have 3 seconds for it to close. It's another basing candle. 15 minutes. Still wanting that 15 to go bullish. And we're definitely trying our best here. Look at this break here, guys. Pretty strong. CVD's failing to spike higher. I'm probably going to get out of at least one contract. Let's see where we are. If you give me another break, I'll maybe get out of one contract. Let's see. You see how volume's lacking right now? We open on this candle, volume starts lacking right away. They're not really accepting price at these highs at the moment anymore. So red flag makes me want to get out of this trade. I wanted one more spike. You're going to scalp shorts on what, gold? No, Nas, nice. Yeah, that'll probably play out well. Nas been going crazy to the downside.
It's got room to run all the way to 560.
Nice.
580 one more time.
Nice.
It's gonna keep running down.
All right, guys, I'm going to hold this for a second here on gold, just because CVD has still been green and we did break previous day high. Where's our opening price on gold? I would want to know. Oh, we're still above our opening price too, which is still bullish. So it's like when I'm in a trade and I'm not sure if I want to stop out, I ask myself, well, if I stopped out here, would I be bearish at this point? And right now I wouldn't be. I would still look for bulls to take control and continue us higher. Always got to ask yourself questions during your trading. Nice. There we go. Oh, weak lived. Failed out. Bailed out.
Remember that MM target on my monthly chart for gold? Or right there.
Nice.
Much as I'd like to see it go higher, I don't know if it's gonna push too far above 3100.
Yeah, CVD's been trying to push higher. Oh, there's a drop on the CVD.
I mean, it's got potential to run like forever, but it's
Yeah, I wouldn't look for forever.
yeah.
Just this pivot high over here would be nice. But definitely not looking good right now. We're going to wait. Let's see. Time frame analysis again. 15 minute. Again, 7 minutes for it to close. CVD has been struggling. 30-minute closes and 7 minutes too. So really important. 7 minutes for that 30 minutes to close is very important.
It's 7 minutes in heaven.
I'm thinking maybe we sweep this recent 5-minute low and then starts a reverse, maybe. But we have to see. We have to be careful. Right now, these longs are not looking in our favor. Point of control's up here right now, but it's about to be down here. Watch this 151 and the black level 156. Now it's 162. This is new point of control, trying to move lower. We have to be careful on these longs. Protect yourself with your trades. Yeah, gold not looking good. Let's see. We won't know until we get that 7 minutes passes. Okay, there's a sweep of that recent 5-minute low and a quick spike up. It's what I just said a second ago. So let's see if that does want to hold. I need some good news. Sipping on cold. You guys know that song? Really needs. You don't know that one? It's a newer one. That's probably why.
Yeah. I like my old school stuff.
Yeah. 40 seconds left. Still not a fan of these longs, guys. What garbage. We still have the 30-minute closes in 5.5 minutes, so it's not like we don't have time, but the issue is we have a price target to the downside of 3,100. $18 seconds on this 5-minute. I need some good news. Sipping and cold brews. Do 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 do. Low volume up at the higher prices. So again, red flag up there. Red flag on the play. Blue 22. 10-yard penalty. Gold first down. Actually, gold's about to get a touchdown on my stop loss. Just got to wait this out. CVD's dropping. I have my stop in place. I know what my risk is, and that's all that matters, guys, on any trade we take. There we go. Accumulation, a spike on the CVD. Will it live? It will not. Spike on CVD met with selling instantly. Instantly. CVD's been teetering with negative. But still trying to push positive. Still green on the daily. Still above our opening price today. So we are still on a green candle. What's that?
That's just rapid drop on NQ. That was awesome.
Oh, no way. Oh, man. Nice. Nice.
Below the previous low, so I think we will hit that 19,560 pretty quick here.
Cool. I like this accumulation here on gold. I just don't like that each time buyers did try to step in, we failed, but I like that sellers have kept failing to bring us lower. Definitely more curious about getting out up here and just calling it a scalp instead of trying to hold for too long. But I'd much oh yeah, look at that. What a tough cookie. We'll see if we break that previous 5 low again. I'm still looking also, guys, at these lower wicks on the 5-minute. All these lower wick, lower wick, lower wick, lower wick, lower wick. I don't really want to stop out for it to wick back higher again either, but that 30-minute has to, whoa, that stopped me out. I was going to say 30-minute has to close bullish, which it is not. Big spike on the CVD to the downside. We are done for the day on that note. Crude oil hasn't given us the retest yet, but we're done for the day on that.
And the trend day is fully engaged, man. What a rip. We still got room. Yowza. Well, I think that's the title of the next video that we gotta make. How to profit in a bear market.
Yeah. How to profit in a bear market. Guys, you're going to short. It's a 5-second video.
Identifying where resistance is likely to break over and go bearish.
Yeah.
Mainly just pointing out everything that we do when we're bullish in reverse.
Yeah.
It's all the same price action, does all the same stuff.
Look at gold. Gold's like, all right, now I'm ready.
Right.
Oh, just kidding. Yeah, shorts today at ESNQ were ripping it. All right, ladies and gents, I'm wrapping the stream up there. Have a great day. Happy trading, right? It is 11 o'clock. Let's see those 30-minute time frames. That's why, guys, too, look at, if I was looking for the 30 minutes to close, I should have been patient for the actual 30 minutes to close instead of trying to anticipate a move or predict the market. That's why I always say we don't predict the market, or else that will happen.
React, don't predict.
Yep.